Hi everyone, welcome back to the Crafty Author. My name is Anissa, I am the Crafty Author, and today what we're going to be making is we are going to make placemats and napkins to go along with our beautiful table runner that we made for Thanksgiving. So you might be asking yourself, how do we do this? Is it hard? Well, the answer to that is no. It is actually very easy. It is actually very cost effective. And the beautiful thing about it is that you could do it for any holiday, or you can just do it for everyday wear and tear if you'd like. So if you are the type of person who likes to have placemats on your table, or maybe you have young children who are really into, I don't know, Spider-Man or the little princess stuff, this is a perfect way to dress up your table and make those little people very, very happy. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So first things first, we're going to need to do a little bit of math. So for the placemats, now the placemats come in different sizes. So there's no right or wrong way to cut a placemat. It's however big you want it to make it fit on your table. But for this project, I am going to be cutting my placemat at 14 inches wide by 20 inches long, okay? If you have 1 yard of fabric, that will make 4 placemats. I'm gonna be making a set of 8, and I'm gonna be mixing it up. And I'm using leftover fabric that I have from when we made the Thanksgiving table runner. Also, for my napkins, I am making my napkins 15 by 15. And the reason I'm doing that is because I have a 15 by 15 square, which makes it very easy for me just to plop it down on top of my fabric and cut it out. You can also do those at whatever you would like. Again, they come in different sizes. Some napkins are 12 by 12, some are 20 by 20, some are 16 by 16. Those are just some of the standard sizes. So you're going to want to do what works best for you. Okay, that's always my motto, do what works best for you. But this is how I'm going to do this. And if you are going to be making the same type of napkins and placemats, then these are the measurements that you will want to use. All right, so I have already gone ahead and cut out the first batch of napkins that I'm going to do, and those were, I cut 8 of those. Now I'm getting ready to cut the other, 4 of those. Now I'm getting ready to cut the other 4 from here. This is that really cute gobble till you wobble fabric. And I've got my 15-inch by 15-inch square on here, and I'm just cutting around it. I want to make sure that I caught all of this before I start pulling fabric away, and it looks like I did. So that's good. Now I have a, whoops, that's what I was afraid of. Not a big deal, we'll just cut that. Just cut that one small little piece. There's always one that always gets caught, right? Okay, here you go. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these over to my iron, and I'm just going to press them out. Okay, I have all of the napkins cut now. So we're ready to sew those together. So now we need to finish cutting the placemats. So I've already cut, like I said, 4 of these and 4 of these. So this is going to be my front and my back. So I'm just going to make sure that I have this folded correctly so that when I go to cut, everything is right. So I'm going to cut off this selvage edge right here. Okay, 20. So here's 14. Moved on me just a little bit. Okay. And I'm just counting using the lines on my board here. Just want to make sure I cut this really well. Okay, that was through 8 layers of fabric, so I really wanted to be careful with that. And I still have some left over. So what I did here, just so you know, is 3 yards. I bought 3 yards of each piece of fabric. So 3 yards of this, 3 yards of this, 3 yards of this, and then I had 3 yards of this. And out of those 3 yards of each fabric, I was able to make a table runner, 8 napkins, and 8 placemats. I'm gonna go finish cutting this fabric, and then we'll start putting this all together. You're gonna wanna make sure that you have some leftover batting, because that's what we're gonna be putting in our placemats. And all I'm gonna use is scrap batting that I've had from other projects just laying around. So we're gonna start with the napkins. So I've got my Gobble Till You Wobble, my first one. And then I'm going to put my backing piece on top of it. And so this is all I'm going to do. I'm just going to butt them up. I'm going to put the right sides facing each other, just like we normally do. And I'm going to pop a pin in here up at the top just to hold the fabrics together. Okay, just because this is a little bit big and I don't want it moving all over the place. Just gonna pop some pins in here and probably put one in the center as well, and down here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave an opening in here, probably, oh, I don't know, about 2 inches wide. And you can mark this with pins if you want to. I typically just try and eyeball it, but for this purpose, I will pin those. And what I will do is I will start sewing right here, 1/4 of an inch all the way around, okay? And when I get to this part right here, I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna backstitch. I'm actually going to backstitch on both of these because I want this to stay nice and sturdy so that when we turn this, we don't tear anything. So I'm gonna go ahead and sew this. Okay, so we're finished sewing this all the way around, and now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go around and I'm just gonna clip these corners. I'm not going to clip into my seam, but I am going to clip the corners just to get the bulk off. This will make it easier for when we're turning it. And then also, what am I trying to say? Makes it easier for turning, and it will help it to lay flatter. We won't have so much seam in there. So what I like to use to turn things out is my trusty chopstick. You've all seen it on here. I've used the chopstick many, many times. So all we're going to do is take our opening right here. I'm gonna stick my hand inside, and I am going to go from this end here, push in, I'm gonna pull it out. I'm gonna do the same thing the other end. I'm gonna try and push it in, and I'm gonna pull it out. Same thing here, And all I'm trying to do while I'm doing that is I'm trying to push these corners out as much as I possibly can manually so that I don't have to do so much work with my chopstick. Okay, so far so good. Ooh, look at that. We're gonna have a nice reversible napkin. All right, so now we've got, everything is done. And in order to make your seams lay down nice and good here, you want to take the back part and just kind of pull it to the front and just run your finger along it and then just let it lie straight. Now, I learned that trick from Donna Jordan at Jordan Fabrics, which is, let me tell you, it is awesome, because I used to really struggle with this part. I could never get it so that when I would go to top stitch, that this would lay down. And it didn't matter what I did. And then I was watching her one day and I saw that and I was like, I'm gonna try that. And you know what? It worked. She has some really, really great tips. So check her out if you don't already watch her. She's amazing. Okay. So here we have, I'm just gonna push this one down. Okay, so now we have our opening and it's laying very flat. So I am just going to fold these over and let them kind of, come on, fold over on their own. Now for this part, you can take it over and you can press it, and I have done that numerous times. But what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to sew very close to this edge here to close this up. Not a 1/4 inch. It's way too small for that. You won't catch it with the fabric if you do that. So I have finished our napkin. So I went ahead and did a zigzag stitch along here just to make it look really cute. And it does look really, really cute. And you can see that this is what it looks like on the back side. And now we have our reversible napkin. All right, we're gonna move on to the placemats next. So the batting is gonna go face down. Your backing fabric is going to be face up towards you, and it's going to be the wrong side facing down. And then you're going to put your right sides of your top side of your placemat. Boy, I can't talk because I'm trying to think and talk at the same time. So we're going to put that on here now. So that's going to be, so you're going to have your back side and your front side, and they're going to be right sides facing each other. And that's how you do this. Okay. And you will want to pin this into place because you do not want this to shift all over. And so I'm just going to pin. And I'm going to come over here and I'm going to pin. I'm just straightening these out. I'm not trying to exclude you from seeing what I'm doing here, but I do have to still be able to do this and work with the fabric here. Okay. Put a pin in here. Here, a pin here. Sure. Oh no, I'm missing it. So you want to make sure that you're catching, because you can see how off that is. I want to make sure that I am really pretty even here. Okay. So make sure that you're catching everything here that you're pinning. This is the one time that you're going to want to pin. All right, so we're gonna start. What we're gonna do is like we did with the napkin. We are going to start at, I'm gonna start at this end, and I'm going to mark it. And I'm going to leave probably about a 2 or 3 inch opening, probably 3 inch opening here. Up at the top, I am going to start sewing all the way around. You're probably gonna wanna start with a little bigger seam allowance than the 1/4 inch because you wanna make sure you're catching all of the layers. All right, so I have sewn all the way around. And I'm just gonna check and make sure that I was able to catch everything as I went around. I barely caught it right there, but I did catch it. So it's good enough for me. I'm just gonna go with it. I'm gonna clip the corners just like we did before on our napkins. And if you have an embroidery machine or if you want to free motion quilt, you can always do that on this and your embroidery machine. I might quilt this. I'm not sure yet, but when it's time to turn it, you're going to put your hand in between the 2 fabrics, okay? You're gonna have the batting in there, but you're gonna wanna turn it with the 2 fabrics. So I'm just gonna do like I did last time. I'm gonna just start pulling them out. Okay. Okay, there's that one. There's that one. And we have this corner. This is just how I like to do my corners. I just like to kind of do it all at once and just pull it out, okay? You want to still be careful. You don't want to tear anything. I've done that numerous times. And look at there. Look what we have. We have a placemat. Okay, I'm gonna use my chopstick. Trusted chopstick. Yeah, you know, I don't know if I am gonna quilt these. I mean, you can. I kind of like it the way it is. You know, I don't think everything needs quilting on it all the time. Sometimes I like to quilt things to death, and other times I look at it and I'm like, you know, it's kind of nice just on its own. Doesn't really need me to do anything else to it. I mean, if I did quilt it, I would probably just do some lines on here. That would be about it. I'm going to do what I did before with the pressing of that seam to get this to lay flat. You know. Yeah, see, that looks great, and that's already folding up on its own for me, so I don't even need to worry about doing anything with it. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go press this out, and then I will top stitch all the way around. And I think I'll probably just use a straight stitch to do that. All right, let me give that a whirl. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and top stitch all the way around. I'm just gonna do a straight stitch this time. And all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my needle down, pull my needle up, and then I'm gonna pull the thread and I'm gonna pull the bobbin up. What this does is it keeps it from getting that nested mess on the back side. That's it. And we're done. Back stitched it. It's done. It looks fantastic. And it was super fast. Took 2 minutes. You see how fast and easy those are. So if you wanted to quilt it, you could. You could actually quilt straight lines all the way down. I'm not going to do that. I actually like it the way that it is. So that is it. And you can see how easy it is just to make your own placemats and your own napkins. You know, the hardest part, I think, or the most time-consuming part of this, really honestly, is just the prep work. And even that wasn't that bad. I do want to show you the placemat. So that is the top stitching around the placemat. I know it's a little difficult to see on the sewing machine, but this is what it looks like. It's beautiful. Same with the back. And it goes great with the table runner that we just made. And then of course we have our gobble till you wobble reversible napkin. And you know, I mean, they all go really, really, really well together. They just do. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to finish up. We could put these in a cup. We could put them in a cup, but you can see how they go together. I'm going to go finish these up so that I can put them on my table, and then I'm going to take a picture and show you what it looks like, because I think it's going to look amazing. So that is it for me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you would like to follow me on social media, the links are down below in the description box. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe. Click that little bell each time I upload a new video. You will get notified. And hey, if you love this video, feel free to share it. Hey, sharing is caring, right? So keep on crafting. And until next time, take it easy. We'll see you. Bye-bye.